A national speaker who works with law enforcement will discuss how the community can work to move forward after 4 people were killed in our area 2 weeks ago. News Channel 7's Emma Henderson got a preview of that event today. Emma?
Heather, Sheriff Ray Nash has more than 3 decades of law enforcement experience and has now dedicated his life to working to create strong bonds between law enforcement and the community. Normally, Nash's training is for law enforcement and their families, but after the March 22nd shootings, he was approached to speak to the Wausau metro community as well. He actually rearranged his schedule to make the visit possible and said that this visit is unique because he's here in the wake of a tragic event happening instead of just a regularly scheduled training session.
We're looking for the opportunity to put the entire thing in the proper perspective, be on the lookout for warning signs of people that might be struggling to process some of the events and the trauma associated with it, and really encourage the community and the police officers themselves to watch each other's back.
Nash says that crime fighting is a community problem that is solved when everyone works together, and that's why it's so important that the entire community heals together as well. Nash will be speaking along with other community leaders tomorrow evening from 7 to 9 at North Central Technical College in the Health Sciences Auditorium.
Local law enforcement agencies and the Department of Justice wanted to help people in the greater Wausau area heal from the events of last month. The purpose of the Wausau Metro Strong event was to give people a place to talk and support one another. The event took place at the North Central Technical College in Wausau. Speakers included Everest Metro Police Chief Wally Sparks and Chief Jeffrey Hardell of the Wausau Police Department. People also had the chance to hear from Ray Nash, a retired sheriff from South Carolina, with more than 35 years of experience in law enforcement.
Officers struggle with trauma from time to time, and we want to give them some strategies to build resiliency into their life, but also meet with the community and talk about ways that we can even further strengthen the relationship between the citizens and the police.
Nash says it's important to strengthen the ties between law enforcement and the community. Community members also had the chance to get a glimpse into the lives of officers.
So they understand some of the pressures and struggles that they go through, and I think they'll come away with a better appreciation of the law enforcement officers that serve and lead in this area, and also to deal with some of the emotional issues that the community members might be struggling with as well.
Nash says he will be meeting with family members of officers tomorrow just to make sure everyone is doing well. Nash also says the men and women in law enforcement around the area are a dedicated group of officers.
It was an emotional night here at NTC as national speaker and retired South Carolina Sheriff Ray Nash worked with the community on coping with tragedy. Everest Metro Police Chief Wally Sparks also addressing the crowd, grieving the loss of Detective Jason Weiland, the first officer at the department to fall in the line of duty.
That's, it's uncharted waters. It's something we don't train for.
It's from this tragedy.
It's just terrible beyond measure.
Event speaker and former South Carolina Sheriff Ray Nash hopes to find strength.
But I think your leadership here in Wausau saw this as an opportunity for us to make our community, which is already strong and already has a lot of good things going on, to make it even more stronger, make it even more resilient.
Resilience seen by the presence of the community and their willingness to support one another.
Overall, it was a sense of a whole community coming together, finding solutions that this doesn't happen again and that we handle things a better way.
Several local community leaders were also in attendance, including Wausau Mayor Robert Milkey and Representative Patrick Snyder. Nash will be holding a private event tomorrow with the victims' family members. In Wausau, Brianna Hollis, Newsline 9.